Hello everyone, I am Sandeep Kaushik from Genesis Mentors Pune and welcome to Meet the Achievers initiative. Today we will have a chat with one of our very sincere and multi-talented student, Kinjal Dhole. Now she's a star converter for us because she's converted almost every call that she had till date. Kinjal, welcome to Meet the Achievers.
Thank you.
And you are an ex-COIPN, right? So can you tell our viewers how many exams did you targeted? What were the colleges in your mind? And which all calls did you get? And how many of them are converted?
The main target was CAT for me, and then apart from CAT I gave IIFT and SNAP. So IIFT was within a week and SNAP was another 2 weeks later. So I gave my CAT where I got calls, where I scored a 97.8 percentile, and I got calls from Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, and the new IIMs. I also got calls from SPJN, MDI, and NITIE and IIT Bombay. IIFT, I cleared IIFT as well. I got 98.9 percentile in it, and I have scored a percentile of 98.7 in SNAP.
Great, Kinjal. These are the calls that you have, bundle of calls, right? So proud to be your mentor. Now tell me, Kinjal, how many of these calls are converted? Because till date, most of the colleges have results are out.
Yes, sir. So the results of Bangalore and Calcutta are out. So I have converted both of them. And
so Bangalore it is. Right. Continue. Which other calls?
IIFT results are also out, so I have converted IIFT as well.
Great.
And SIBM I had converted it as well.
Great. And you converted NITIE as well, if I remember, right?
Yes.
So great, Kinjal, right? Now tell our viewers, when did you started your preparation? Right, your profile being a COIPN, because I still remember a Bangalore SOP which we have written right together, and we have written a lot of things that you have done in your graduation, right, at COIP. So can you tell our viewers when did you started off your preparation for CAT 2018 and how your past profile helped you out in achieving your desired goal, the Bangalore?
I actually started my CAT preparation a bit late in July. Compared to others, I started a bit late, and if I feel that if you are serious about your CAT preparation, it doesn't matter when you start preparing. It's just that you need to be serious, you need to manage your time as well, and you have, like, being in Genesis, I had such wonderful mentors who actually guided me throughout my journey, and this is like I have achieved IIM Bangalore just because of the class that I'm there.
It's all we at Genesis. There is no I, there is no you. It's we at Genesis. So together we have achieved the desired goal for you. Kinjal, I still remember your DLR percentile was standout percentile up in your CAT, right?
Yes.
And most of the students here with DLR. So how did you manage that DLR section?
DLR was mostly about practicing a lot, going through the previous question papers that you have and then managing the time, because you have to solve the sets. Like, you don't have to stick to one set and then let go of the question paper. So you have to let go of that set and find or search for another sets that you can solve and then score more.
And Kinjal, we were talking about your past profile in COIP, right? So can you briefly tell our viewers how it helped you to ace Bangalore?
I graduated in 2016 from COIP in mechanical engineering. Then I was placed in Futures First, where I was a commodity trader as a market analyst, and then I went on to work as a business developer in a startup. So this profile of mine, this was a diverse profile which helped me write my SOP and then show that I can actually work in different fields. Also, when I was in COIP, I was the general secretary of the boat club, which showed the leadership qualities that I had, and the various events that I managed being in COIP also helped me crack the interview.
Great. So Kinjal, can you tell our viewers, since you've converted Bangalore, which is again a dream of most of the CAT aspirants, so what is the role of that SOP which you have written in Bangalore? How did your interview went out? Can you tell our viewers, because some of them would definitely be getting calls from IIM Bangalore, so how they should do, what was the interview? Can you briefly tell about that?
For Bangalore interview, I had to write an SOP of around 600 words. In the SOP, I had to write about my life story that has been till date. So the interview went on for like 30 to 35 minutes, and they asked me a lot about my work experience, the actual work that I did. They really wanted to know the job that I did, and if I really knew about what I did. After the work experience questionnaire, they asked me about my life as a whole. They started asking me what I did as a general secretary, what I did. I have learned Spanish, so they did ask me a few questions about it. I have some achievements in international and national games, so they asked me about it as well. So in the interview, they asked me everything that I had written in the SOP. So it is very important what you write in the SOP, and you need to justify everything that you have written.
Great, Kinjal. Kinjal, now after Bangalore, I need to move to Calcutta as well, because you've converted Calcutta also, right?
Yes.
So was there a difference in interview that you faced in IIM Bangalore and IIM Calcutta?
Yes, there was a major difference, because in Bangalore I had an SOP, like I said, and in Calcutta the interview was around 15 minutes, so it wasn't much. And there is a rumor or a hype that people say that there are quant questions asked in Calcutta interviews, but it's not so. I wasn't asked even a single question in quant.
Great.
So interviews are not about, you can't predict an interview. It can go on for 15 minutes or 35 minutes, and they can ask you any random question starting with what is the meaning of your name, because my name being Kinjal, thank you, sir. So many interviews were started with what is the meaning of the name.
So they would like to initiate a conversation first and then evaluate you, right?
Definitely.
It was more of a conversation. Great. Kinjal, now a bag full of converts. So I'm forced to ask now the next question on IIFT. Now IIFT has a different set of GD as well as a PI, right? So can you share your experience, since you've converted IIFT as well, right? So can you share your experience of IIFT also?
IIFT has GD, VAT and PI. So in GD GD was very organized. For me, we had a GD of around 15 minutes. 1 minute was given for each one of us to speak on the topic, and then we had to discuss about it. So all of us, there were around 10 of us, and we were actually, we could realize that we were speaking extremely politely, and we were showcasing that we could be the next managers, and the GD went really well for us.
Great. Kinjal, now coming to Snap also, right? Because there the evaluation, see, you have aced all of them. I'll ask you at last, but after first let our viewers know that in SIBM, right, when you converted SIBM, you faced a group exercise also. So was it different than all these GD and PI processes that you had at other B schools?
Yes, definitely, sir. In GD, in group discussion, we were given a topic where we had to speak on it. While for Snap SIBM, we were given a group exercise where we had to solve a puzzle being in a group. So in my case, we weren't able to solve the puzzle, but we still managed to work in a group, show that we were a team, because the time wasn't enough to solve the puzzle in that little time. But we still were able to solve 1 or 2 of them, and the rest 5, I guess, we weren't able to do it. But then that wasn't the aim wasn't to solve the puzzle. It was about the teamwork and how you help others and coordinate with others to showcase your leadership qualities or your teamwork spirit.
Kinjal, since you've converted almost 100% of the calls till date, the results of those B schools which have come till now. So, can you throw some light on the GDPI preparation that Genesis had, and how many practice did really mock interviews help you out? That how the entire preparation went on, because converting all the calls in today's scenario is not easy. We keep on hearing that 99.99% teller didn't also converted calls, right? So how you prepared for it? How did you practice it, and how did you ace it?
So right after the last examination, we were started with GDPI session that we had, and in the GDPI session we started with the GD first. In the GD we were given a lot of different topics.
Great.
10 of us were allowed to sit in front and then speak on the topic till the time they think about it. The others were asked to write VAT on it.
Great.
So it was a combination of VAT and GD. So in the same session that we had, and we had a lot of sessions of these, like really a lot. So in all these sessions, we were able to practice both VAT and GD. And in one session, I got to go and attend 2 GDs. So it was quite, it made a lot of difference in the GD that I presented in IIFT.
And in fact, the mock interviews also help you to organize your thoughts, right?
Definitely, sir. So in mock interviews, there was a mock interviewer who came, he came and then he interviewed us. He actually gave a feedback after the interview, which helped me a lot. He actually asked me to answer the questions, he gave me and he guided me how to answer the questions, and it really helped me a lot.
Great, Kinjal. Kinjal, so proud to be your mentor. I cannot tell you, you've made, it's not only our institute, you've made entire Pune proud by converting a lot of calls, and I'm very, very serious about it. So any last bit of advice, I call it as a guru mantra to all our CAT aspirants, because you started in June, July, so you still proved that it is never late, right? Second thing, when you got all the opportunities, you capitalized on it. You converted each and every call that came your way. So what all in all advice, how to, because last bit of Guru Mantra, I want you to summarize how to prepare for written exam, how did you analyze the mocks, right? How, because there would be a pressure on you also, because when you joined in June, July, most of the people would have started writing mocks and they are into it, right? So how did you manage that? And because we have talked a lot about GDPI preparation, so entire preparation, can you just throw some light in a Guru Mantra?
So I started in July to start with my CAT preparation, and it was a bit late compared to others, but others started with their mocks. I had to focus only on my mocks. As you said, sir, I was always focused to improve on my marks. I did not compare with others. That is what helped me a lot. It did not demotivate me. So in the CAT preparation, I wrote around 50-80 mocks, I guess. And in those mocks, the important thing is that you don't only write the mocks, you always have to analyze them. So analysis of a mock is really important. And I had a group of 5 mocks. So in the 5 mocks, I was consistent with my marks, and then I had a bigger aim or a higher target to go to for the next 5 mocks. So after the CAT preparation, we directly started with the GDPI, and I was really serious about the preparation. I did not even miss one GDPI session or even a single lecture that we had. So that really helped me and kept me motivated. Talking to the mentors, I was always at my best and always keeping myself achieving more targets, and I'm really thankful. Thank you, sir.
Great, Kinjal. Friends, I think so this story will definitely motivate all of you to aim high and work towards achieving your aim. So proud to be your mentor, Kinjal. Thank you very much for your time and giving a very, very valuable insights on GDPI process and the entire preparation to all our viewers. Thank you very much, Kinjal.
Thank you, sir. All the best.